Lorna Holtman. Let me briefly mention about who is Dr. Lorna Holtman. She is a wonderful lady living in a part of the world that I am learning to visit in time to come. She is from South Africa, someone who joined Toastmasters a year ago. And she is currently an aspiring trainer and coach, facilitator and lecturer. She's also a certified reinvention practitioner. What is that? One day you will find out more about her. Her area of specialty is in the teaching, research, development, and teaching English as a second language. Guess what? Her passion is to apply her 35 years of higher education experience to guide young professionals and to develop unskilled people in her part of the world. And I am really excited to have her as our Toastmaster of the evening or MC of the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me and welcome our MC of the evening, Dr. Lorna Holtman, to the virtual stage.
Thank you very much for that illustrious introduction, Shalina. Ladies and gentlemen, Toastmasters, our special guest Jay, welcome again. Our day is a bit shorter, as Shalina has mentioned. We have an hour and a half, and within that hour and a half, our next item is center stage, something we look forward to every third Thursday. Our special guest Jay. I think there's a little bit of lag going on, but that's fine. So we have every third Thursday, we have center stage. And our center stage person today is Jay Narayan, who does not need much of an introduction, but I will do so shortly. Following that, we'll have a 5-minute break within which we'll also do our group photo. And we will then have table topics based on the center stage workshop. And that will be run by Erika Hela, DTM. That will be followed by a roundtable feedback moderated by Jane Ting. And we will then have our closing remarks at the end. I look forward to today. I'm especially looking forward to answering Jay's dash word later on after he has spoken. So without further ado, allow me to introduce our esteemed speaker. As we know, Jay has been a Toastmaster for more than 9 years now, and he's a qualified architect, a graphic designer, a communication skills trainer, and professional speaker with over 30 years corporate experience across industries. He is presently a member of Royal Premier Toastmasters in Malaysia and resides in Bengaluru in India. Ladies and gentlemen, Jay Narayan, change to a better quality of life. Change to a better quality of life. Jay Narayan. Over to you, Jay.
Thank you very much for that short and sweet introduction, which is exactly the way I wanted it. Because, ladies and gentlemen, this mini workshop is not about me. It's about you, and it's about all of you. So I'm going to ask you all a question up front. And if you have the answer immediately, just give a thumbs up. My partner sitting next to me will tell me that you are showing a thumbs up because I'm blind anyway, as many of you know. And the question is, you think that there is any area of your life you wish to improve? I would repeat the question. Do you feel there is any area of your life that you wish to improve? It can be anything at all. You can start showing me a thumbs up if you already have an answer. You get 2 thumbs up so far. Yeah, okay. Any area of your life you think could improve. It could be health, it could be relationships, it could be career, finances, your job, your environment, your home, the quality of your life, whatever. If you feel that could be improved, I would like some of you to unmute and shout out AI, Jai, AI, which stands for area of improvement, not artificial intelligence. So just shout out AI if you can improve or you wish you could improve an area of your life. Anybody? Unmute and say AI. Good. That's Eric. AI. Good. Yeah. For me, AI will always remain area of improvement, not artificial intelligence, right? So today we're going to speak about that. So Shram, if the first slide is up. There you go. Is that visible to all of you, the title?
It's clear.
It's very clear. Now you will see it says Kaizen, change for a better quality of life. Let me repeat that. Kaizen, change to a better quality of life. Now, this word Kaizen, I am very certain many, if not all of you, have heard the word before. But let me tell you today, it comes from two words. And the word is Kai, which means change, and Zen, which means something that is good for you. So when you put it together, it means a change for something that is good for you. In this case, a change for a better, in this case, a quality of life. But of course, typically, Kaizen is used for products, processes, services, systems. But it can also be used for our own selves in the context of self-growth, self-development. A change for a better you is what we'll talk about. What would you get out of this? Well, sure. Next slide. This is the outcomes that you will receive today. So can I get a volunteer to read aloud for me? Can you pick
Malita, can you read it?
Somebody named Malita, can you just read?
Yes,
Since
of course.
I'm blind. Yeah.
Yeah, the objective is one, be more productive and minutes time better. And the second, elevate your communication skills. Last but not least, improve self-confidence and resilience.
Yep. That's it. So these are the three things we'll discuss. One more time, let me repeat and remind you, it's a mini workshop. Now, these three topics are, I dive in depth and much deeper in 3 hours or half day workshops that I otherwise conduct, separately. Today is just going to be an overview for all of you. I only have 30 minutes, so we just have a look at it. If at any point anybody wishes to get more detailed input or information or training, well, reach out to me separately. If that's clear, we'll move on to the next slide, Charles.
Create your master.
Right. Now you see a picture here, and there is a person, I believe, we beginning to or thinking of starting to paint something. And it says, create your masterpiece. So let me ask you a question, and I want you to unmute and say, yes, Jai, if you agree with me. Am I right in understanding that many of you would have some issues or the other in your life, such as it could be a right, I already heard a right. Some areas you wish to work on, for example, in your life. Something in your life that's fallen apart, for example, that you have to put together again. Am I right? Can you say yes?
Yes.
Yes.
A lot of you have said that. A lot of you are saying yes, right? So this could be various pieces that need to be collected and put together and recreated. So that's why I chose this picture, because ladies and gentlemen, when you master the pieces of your life, you will create your masterpiece. This has, of course, been spoken about by other development spiritual leaders elsewhere. But when you master the various pieces of your life, whatever they may be, it could be health, it could be relationships, it could be career, finances, it could be even things like exciting new job prospect, whatever. When you master all of these pieces, you will create your life's masterpiece. So for a moment now, just for a moment, I want you to think about what your life would look like once you create that masterpiece. It could even just be a beautiful sunset or sunrise in your painting, meaning you've got your mastered peace of mind. It's giving you a lot of peace of mind. Or it could be a picture of yourself in that painting, looking a lot more happier than you are now. Whatever is that scene for you, whatever is that masterpiece for you, start focusing on mastering the pieces. You will create that masterpiece. So I just want you to start off with you to reflect on that thought. Now, before we go to the next slide, I want now a few of you to write down. Some of you already done this, but I want all of you to write this down in your notebooks. We'll choose a few to read it. If all of you can hear me clearly, I want you to write down, I wish to change my dash in my life for the better. I'll repeat that. I wish to change my dash, well, for the better. You can even drop that in my life. I want all of you to write this down. Some of you already have reflected on it, but I want all of you to write this down. I'm going to repeat it one final time. I wish to change my dash for the better. Now, what is that dash for you? I don't know. Okay, it's got whatever it is. Okay, just fill that dash in and be ready, and we will call a few people out. Can I get a thumbs up if you followed my instruction and if you've already written that down? Can I get a thumbs up? Yeah, we'll go ahead. In that case, Shyam, the next slide. No, just go to the next slide. All right. Can you get a volunteer?
Shalina, could you read this, please?
Sharlina?
Read it out. Do
Yep.
you have the wish, want, or will change your life?
Okay,
Do you have
That's
the
correct.
wish, want, or will to change your life?
that is correct. Well read, Sharlina. Now you see a picture there. I think there are 3 colored circles. Well, what is written, Sharlina, inside the red circle? Above the red. My question, Sharlina, is what's written above the red circle?
Okay, the red is desire, the amber is intent, the green is action.
So I want all of you to take a note right now. When you say wish, wish is nothing more than just a desire. It's a dream, it's an illusion, it's a fantasy, it's superficial. It's not in depth. So wish is nothing more than just hallucination. Like, I wish to go to the moon one day. I wish to fly to Egypt tomorrow. These are all just fantasy, desires, dreams, etc. It's superficial. It's not in depth. All right. That's why I put a red circle there, because you got to stop wishing to do things, because it doesn't go any further than that. If I'm clear with what I said, can I get a thumbs up? Right. Now, when you go to a want, as Sharlina read, you see want is basically more intent, I-N-T-E-N-T, which means want shows intention. Want is more powerful. Want actually, it tells you that you have to do this at any cost. And therefore, you got to take a little cautionary step towards working on it. That's why it was amber or yellow. Of course, I'm using the analogy of traffic lights here. All right. However, if you look at the green and it says will, that will is action. It means strategy. It means plan. It means action. Step 1, step 2, step 3. I will becomes what is known as an absolute powerful intention. Therefore, in this the word set, will becomes the most powerful statement. So here's what I want to do. I want a volunteer who had earlier written something down on I wish to dash my I wish to change my dash for the better. Shyam, can you pick out one name?
Yeah, we asked Shalina to write it first. Shalina, would you like to say what you wish?
So, Shalina, I want you to tell me, what was your statement?
Initially, I wrote, I wish to change my lifestyle for the better.
Wait, so you said lifestyle. Can you just give me one example of what you mean by lifestyle? It's too generic.
The way of living, just want to be in one place, not moving around.
Okay, so you want to be more active, you mean?
No,
Yeah.
I mean, she doesn't want to be in one place. She wants
Oh, you mean you don't want to be stuck in one place, is it?
I don't want to be in 2 places. Right now, my life is all over the places. So I want to be
Okay,
in one
okay.
place and
She wants
rooted.
She wants to have a root. She wants
Okay,
to-
so the sentence you read was, I wish to change my lifestyle for the better. Am I right?
Yes.
Now, Sharlina, below that, I want you to rewrite the statement. I want you to write down, I will change my lifetime for the better. Lifestyle. Repeat
Yes.
this again as you. So, Sharlina, did you hear me? I will change my lifestyle for the better, and put a box around will. Have you done that?
I will
Change.
change my lifestyle for the
Lifestyle
better.
for the
Yes.
better. Now, Sharlina, I want you to read both the sentences one more time, one by one. I won't interrupt you. Just read it one more time. I wish and I will. Read both.
I wish to change my lifestyle for the better. I want to change my lifestyle for the better. I will change my lifestyle for the better.
Brilliant. Which one sounded to you as if certainly you're going to act upon it and it's going to lead towards some action? Which one sounded powerful?
I want to.
Really? Not the I will?
And then I will do it.
So the most power is I will. Therefore, I will change my lifestyle for the better is going to lead to 3 or 4 action steps. All right. Now I'm going to take another volunteer. I think Lorna, you also had something written down. Can you read yours?
Yes, certainly. I wish to change my health for the better.
Right. Now I want you to change that to I will change my house for the better.
I will change my health for the better.
Right. Which one sounds more impactful to you, Lorna? Which sounds as if it's more definite? This is going to lead to an action plan.
Because it means that I have control over it. It's I will change my health
exactly.
for the better.
Exactly. Whereas when you say I wish to change my health for the better, it just feels a bit flimsy, right? It feels very light, and it just feels as if it's, yeah, correct. Right. One more example. We had somebody else too.
Suchen, yeah.
Suchen, I think we asked you to do that. Yes. Can you read yours?
I wish to change my profile for the better.
Profile.
I want to.
Can you be specific? Sorry, Suchen, specific. What do you mean by profile?
I want to change to be more efficient. That means I want to have more skills in me.
Right.
So I will change.
Yes. Now read the whole sentence with the will.
I will change my profile for the better.
Right. So obviously, all of you, I don't have time to get everyone to read, but this is what I want you to do, ladies and gentlemen. In the sentence that you wrote with, I wish to change my dash for the better, whatever that dash was for you, please below that write down, I will change my whatever for the better, and start focusing on the will. Once you do that, I want you to below that write down step 1, step 2, step 3. Right now, please write below that step 1, step 2, step 3. Write just this word, step 1. Do not have to write all the steps today. We don't have time. But you will think, this is your assignment, this is your thinking project, this is your homework for everybody in the room today. The question is, what is your step 1, step 2, step 3, so that you will do what you said you will do. Am I clear? Thumbs up.
Yeah.
Right. So that's it, guys. You have to. Now, once you've done that, you will print this out and paste it on your refrigerator door or the back of your bedroom doors. All right. Wherever you will. That means every day as you open the door, whether it's a bedroom or the refrigerator, you will be saying, I will. And this is step 1. I will. This was step 2. Believe me, I give you no longer than a week for you to see traction, progress, and improvement for the better in your life. If that's making sense, thumbs up. We'll go to the next slide.
Alina, hello.
Oh, hi, Arlena. Good to have you.
Alina, can you read this?
Okay, goal setting and time management. Planning, the power of checklists.
Yeah.
Time boxing, interruption log.
Yeah.
Who, when, what, how long. So the importance of LMHCA, review and adjust.
Right. I'm going to talk about it in detail for a minute on each of this. No worries. Yeah. So you see the picture. It's ticking time, it's sand sifting from the top compartment to the bottom compartment. Time is ticking, and it says 1440 minutes. Now, from today, for those of you who want to be super effective in your lives, especially with taking control of time, stop thinking in hours, ladies and gentlemen. Start thinking in how many minutes you have for every task. Do I have 15 minutes to that? Don't say I have quarter of an hour. Don't say half an hour, say 30 minutes. And of course, there are not 24 hours in a day. There are, but don't say that. There are 1,440 minutes in a day. Now, believe me, I'm sharing this information based on how I think, and I find it has improved my efficacy, making me more effective and making me more efficient in whatever I do in task management and time management. There are 1,440 minutes in a day. And I'm talking about in an entire 24-hour cycle. Like if it's 8 p.m. now, from 8 p.m. now to 8 p.m. tomorrow, you have 1,440 minutes. How do you now work on that? You start off by what is known as, first of all, having a basic checklist. It is into the discipline habit of maintaining and updating your checklist. Now, what is a basic checklist? It's pen and paper. Not devices, not gadgets, not all your whatever, smartphones or iPads or iPhones or whatever. Just use a diary, just use a notebook, put on the date for today on the top and just write down checklist. What do I have to complete today? By what time? Now, I know it sounds basic. Many of you already probably follow it or you know about this. But believe me, it's really amazing the number of people who know this but don't do this. And the power of checklist cannot be under or overemphasized, guys. I follow it every day. Now, what is the advantage of checklist? As and when you complete the activity and you tick it off, there is something called dopamine. I'll spell it for you. D-O-P-A-M-I-N-E. Dopamine. Can you give me a thumbs up or say, yes, Jai, if you heard this before? It's a feel-good chemical in your brain. Right, dopamine. Now, every time you tick off saying done, 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 done on your checklist, dopamine is secreted in your brain and you start feeling good. Actually, the quality of your life improves because you are completing tasks on your checklist. So if you understood that, we move to the second item. What was that, Shar? Time boxing. Now, many of you in your part of the world would have heard of Thai boxing. I think it's called Muay Thai in Thailand. And you know what that is, but this is time boxing. What is the meaning? It means compartmentalizing specific duration of time. For example, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, half an hour, half a day, 2 days, whatever it is for specific jobs or activities. How do you compartmentalize it? Put them into boxes. So into your calendar, of course, I'm in your schedule book, but it's called boxing it so that you know specifically this activity has to be completed by what time or within what time. So start time boxing your activities. For example, I know this session today, which is the center stage with TNC. I've time boxed it for half an hour plus 10 minutes Q&A. Oh, the last one?
Interruption log.
An interruption log. I know Harlina read who, okay, and then it was when, it was what, it was how long, and there's, L, M, H, C. I'm going to talk about it. Now, typically in your day, when you start your work, okay, you're woken up, you've finished your morning, whatever breakfast and routines, and you start to begin some task or your work, especially if you're a working professional. Shalina, many of you are also working. Not many of us are retired, all right? Which means you have a 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. job, maybe. It could be in banking, it could be insurance, whatever it is, all right? You start having interruptions. Can you say yes, Jai, if you do have interruptions during the day?
Yes.
Unmute and say yes. Yes, you have interruptions, right? You do. Yeah, right. You have Melita said yes, right? And all of you also do also, right? So Melita, since you said yes and unmuted, I'm going to ask you, who interrupts you typically during your working hours? It can be any example. Give me an example. Your manager, your colleague, your spouse, whatever it is. I don't know where you work and what do you do? But can you tell me?
Yeah, it's actually WhatsApp chats that I can spend like my most of the time, my morning times is disappear by replying WhatsApp chat. So I think that's my interaction log.
Right. So Melita, right? Okay. Yeah, Melita. Yes. So Melita, for you, the who is WhatsApp chat, correct?
Yes, exactly.
Right. So the what is for you, the who and the what both becomes WhatsApp chat. When does it happen typically? Can you give the time?
I usually like woke up in the morning and open my laptop. I skip my morning things and open my laptop, and then I saw quite a lot of like WhatsApp from my work, from the groups and else. So I tend to it's like 7:30 to 10 p.m. 10 a.m.
All right. So Melita, look at that list. Look at the screen. So for you, it is not 7:30 to just say 7:30. And how long becomes 7:30 to what time did you say?
10 a.m.
Yeah, so that's 2.5 hours. So how long is 2.5 hours, which is about 150 minutes?
Yeah,
okay?
About 150 minutes.
Yeah, so in the 2.5, how long you write. Now, how important is this to you, Melita? Is it a low, is it a high importance, medium importance, low importance, or can you avoid this, CA?
It's actually because I'm remote working, so all the communication is doing by WhatsApp chat. But also it tempts me to replying the other chats that not important because I open WhatsApp, so I tend to finish all to replying all the chats.
Right. So in your case, that HMLCA will include both high importance, which is work related, but also some that are low or can avoid. Am I right?
Yes, correct.
So for your case, I'm going to repeat the whole thing again. WhatsApp, the first part. So can you do it for us? Can you say who WhatsApp? Say that, Melita. Who WhatsApp?
Who WhatsApp?
What is also WhatsApp for you? Both are WhatsApp. When?
What? Also, who WhatsApp? What WhatsApp?
And when? When is 7:30 a.m.?
When 7:30 a.m.?
How long is 90 minutes? Which is, of course, 150. Certain
150 minutes.
150 minutes, correct?
150 minutes, yes.
And the importance is, say, both high and low can avoid. So importance is high.
Importance high.
Or low and can avoid, depending on what that is. You know what I'm talking about, right? Some of them are low and can avoid.
Low and can avoid, yes.
Right. Now I'm going to take one more example. Can you read out a name of someone who's not spoken? From the screen. Somebody who's not spoken yet.
Eric, are you there?
Eric Kyla or Miranda herself, or,
Ian, are you there?
We'll take Sherlina then. Sherlina, you're a good example from Germany. Can you give me an example of who interrupts you during your working hours?
Same as Melita. Emails and WhatsApp messages.
Okay, so again, for you, it's who becomes email. So you have to write it down, emails and WhatsApp messages. All right. And so therefore, the when is at what, typically what time for you, Sherlina? What time are these interruptions?
Morning time, my time.
All right, morning time, your time.
Yeah.
Put a specific time, Sherlina, put a specific time.
So from 8 to probably around 11.
8 to 11 is 3 hours. So for you, it will be 180 minutes. For how long? And how do you rate this importance? Do you rate it as high, medium, low, or can avoid?
I rate it based on high, and then go to medium. The rest I don't read.
Yeah, the rest you don't read. So it's okay. So therefore, you have high and medium, correct?
Yeah.
Very good. So here's the thing, guys. I want all of you to focus on this and prepare initially for a few days a spreadsheet. What do I mean by spreadsheet? It could be on your laptop, it could be on computer. You're all experts. You know that. I'm talking about Excel sheet, right? In the columns, you'll have the who, you will have the when, you'll have the what, you will have the how long, and you'll have the importance under. I'll repeat that. It is high, H, M, which is medium, low, L, and can avoid, CA. And when you have a list of 4, 5, 6, 7 items, it could even be walking your dog. It could even be my manager. It could be a colleague dropping in to invite me for tea or coffee, So whatever it is, just list this out, have 6 or 7 of these, and have a look at this chart for a few days. And you will begin to see a pattern.
Like 25 minutes.
Yes.
Thank you.
You will have a pattern emerging. And that pattern tells you what are the high and the medium you got to focus on, and what you can delegate to other people or completely avoid from the L and the CA. If you follow that, say, yeah, give me a thumbs up. All right, what's next?
Effective communication skill.
Now we come to communication skill. Again, how do you make a change for the better? Can you read the 3 points? Sham, you read.
Okay. Active listening, clarification questions, non-verbal communication. Right.
Now, active listening. What is active listening? Active listening, of course, is paying undivided attention to the person who's speaking to you. It's all of these 3 words are self-explanatory. It doesn't have to be too detailed in explanation, but do not be distracted by what you just spoke to me about. Your devices, your gadgets, your alerts, your notifications when you speak, preferably have them off. And give people your eye contact and listen and actively, for example, nod your head as you speak to show that you're attentive. And of course, you also ask clarifying questions, which was the second point, which is, oh, really? Who, what, where, when, why, or how are the clarifying questions? Who did you actually meet yesterday? Can I ask you that question? Or where did that happen? I'll repeat that. Who, what, where, when, why, how are clarifying questions to show that you're listening and you're communicating attentively with the other person. It's called the 5W and the 1H. You know about this, some of you, but still use these when you speak to people. All right. And the third point was non-verbal communication. Pay attention to body language of the person you're speaking with. It improves your communication skills. What is this? Posture. How are they standing? Do they look aggressive? Do they look submissive? Are they looking defensive? Do they have folded arms, open arms? What kind of stance? Okay. Eye contact. Does it convey, for example, honesty, authenticity, genuineness, care, comfort, whatever it is, right? Confidence. All right. Then look for body gestures, hand movements, head movements. All of this comes under body language. So pay attention to all of this and clarify by asking questions if something puzzles you. As in, for example, oh, I'm sorry, Melita, are you all right? Or is that okay? What I understood is this. So is that clear, guys? Give me a thumbs up if that made sense.
Toastmasters is quite clear.
Most Toastmasters know this, yes, of course.
There was a picture of the doctor, and you want to say why?
Yes, why is the picture of the doctor? Because these 3 points is extremely critical if you are a medical doctor and a patient has come to you for consultation, which means, of course, that you're going to be, number 1, being an active listener. Number 2, you're going to ask clarifying questions to the patient. And number 3, of course, you're going to watch the body language of the patient to see if he's speaking the truth. These 3 are critical for that profession. Right, Sean?
You're building confidence and resilience.
All right. How do you do that? Can you read that?
Positive self-talk, visualization, mental rehearsal, feedback, and mental support.
So here's what I would like all of you to note down, ladies and gentlemen, because I do this every single day of my life when I wake up. I just say life is good. So please write down this word, life is good. Now, I would suggest and recommend today in this workshop that you say this first thing in the morning, regardless of whether you think life is good or not. Even if you think life sucks, okay, it's pathetic, just say life is good. Who would you say it to? Well, I open my bedroom window and say it to the universe aloud. I just say life. You don't have to shout it. Just say life. Can you say it right now, everybody? Unmute and say this. Life is good.
Life is good.
Life is
That's
good.
it.
Life is good.
Very good. Just say this. Now I say this again in the afternoon, whatever time, maybe sometime before I take a short nap. And I say it at night before going to bed. I say life is good. Now, an extended version of this is, I want all of you to note it and repeat aloud with me. I feel better today than I did yesterday. Say that, everybody. I feel better today than I did yesterday.
I feel better today than yesterday.
Good. I feel better today than I did yesterday. Now, say this whether you feel that way or not. All right, just say it. And believe me, you will start to see some magic happen in terms of your self-talk and improving your confidence and the way you feel about your body and your health, right? It works. It works for me anyway. What's the second point?
Mental rehearsal.
Right. Do a mental rehearsal of how you want to see yourself after your life has improved or when the quality of your life has improved. That means visualize yourself to how you look, who are you with, where are you, what is that image, and have that image mental makeup, it's called, all the while in your mind when you say these affirmations. What exactly are you doing? When your health improves, what does it look like? When your relationship improves, what does it look like? When your house is different, what does it look like? Whatever it can be for you that you're changing in terms of quality for life. Visualize it. This technique is very important. I want you to write down 2 statements in your notebooks right now. If I can see it, I can be it. Write that down, please, all of you. If I can see it, I can be it. Can you shout that out or unmute and shout that out?
I can see it, I can be it.
And the second statement is, if I can view it, I can do it. If I can view it, I can do it. VIEW. Yeah. That means this technique is super powerful. The more and more you train your mind to visualize a better quality of life, despite challenges you go through, despite whatever issues you have to deal with all that, of course, but you feel lighter when you say this every single day without fail. Yeah, it gets almost there. I say this every morning. I do this. It has been working. All right. Now, the final one there is get feedback and mentor support if you still need some help in improving your resilience and your confidence. Who is this? Get support from people who know you, not random mentors and not random supports. I know Toastmasters always focus on mentor-mentee relationships. Now, I would say know who your mentor is and go to people who you trust, who you believe in. Miranda understands what I'm saying. All right, and coach and work with them to improve whatever issues you need, some more counseling in, some more advice, some more guidance. So get this, and also join groups that or forums or communities or chat groups, for example, or WhatsApp groups, or people going through similar challenges as yours. Each of us have different challenges. I don't know what yours is. Mine is my vision impairment, retinitis pigmentosa. So there is a retinitis pigmentosa group. You could be in some other group, whatever that group, single mother group or whatever, all right? So get these people to share their stories with you, their experiences with you. You'll find it is amazing how you can learn or pick up something. Yes, sure.
Okay, thank you. Terima kasih.
So that's it on the count of, well, I guess I've just crossed that red light. So terima kasih, of course, for all of you. If there's anything more, this was a very, very overview, I would say, brief one of 30 minutes of something a lot deeper that I conduct in sessions that takes half a day. So keep that in mind. But if you have a comment, if you have feedback, if you have further queries, my contact information is mentioned to you. Take it down. And I'll be more than delighted and happy to get in touch with you for more details. On that note, the floor is open for questions, ladies and gentlemen.
I have a question, Jay.
Yes, Melita.
Yeah, can you repeat once again for the statement for the visualizations mental rehearsals? Is the first
Yes,
is I
yes,
can
I
see
can.
it, I can be it, and then the second is
yes, if I can view it, VIEW, if I can view it, I can do it.
All right, thank you, Jai.
Yeah, you got that. That means it's a mental makeup.
Oh, Alicia's here.
You got to say it, Alicia Curtis.
And Taj.
Really? Hey, Alicia's here. All right.
Hi, Ushi.
Oh, Ushi's here, my dear friend. Hi, Ushi. Let me hear
Hi,
your
Jay.
voice. Just...
Hi, Shyam.
Yeah, I heard your voice now. Okay. What a pleasant surprise. Yeah. Questions, guys. Questions for 10 minutes. I will apologize if I spoke too fast in part. I know that your part of the world, you prefer it a little slower, but as I said, it's a tight window here I was working on. So, Shalina, yes, what's your question? Or you're still framing it?
Thank you for the presentation. I'm using,
oh, you think that? Sorry, go ahead.
Using, the method I use to track my time is the daily activities of living. So I put it in a block. So my time is from 6 to 8 because there's a household things I must handle, no change.
Yes.
And then I find it quite useful for me because I know I wasted a lot of my time. But the thing is that I know I wasted a lot of time, and yet I still allow myself to waste time. So how would you suggest me to say, okay, how do I kind of elevate?
I know. I got it.
Wastage. Yeah.
Well, yeah, Charlene, that's your question, right? So we can't, I mean, I can talk about that with you for half a day, but we'll have to keep it to maybe 2-3 minutes here. But so something called prioritizing, Charlene. Of course, you know what that means, correct? First of all, you're in Germany. They're pretty time conscious there, I know. You know what is prioritizing?
Yeah.
Now, what do you mean by, of course, you know what it means, whatever is the most, the most immediate task or something that's an immediate deadline, you do it first, you put 3 stars, 2 star, 1 star, etc. But Shalina, I would like you to start looking at whatever you're doing and asking yourself, which of these tasks will have high impact for me? When I say me, I'm talking about you. So it's yourself, right? So which has high impact? What is the meaning of high impact, Shalina? It means which of these can add the maximum value to my personal life and professional life. Put that as a priority. I'll repeat that. Which has high impact in my personal life and professional life, which means my life or quality of my professional life, my personal life improves if I deal with this quickly. Do that as the top priority. Okay, it's got high value jobs. Obviously, what is urgent, what is important, etc., is discussed in depth in what is known as the Eisenhower matrix. So I want all of you to write this down. We are not discussing it today, but it's called the Eisenhower matrix. Eisenhower, Eisenhower matrix, matrix. Please look it up in Google and have maybe a YouTube. They'll have examples. It tells you the urgent, important metrics that Stephen Covey spoke about. Many of you are familiar with that, of course. The 7 habits of highly effective people. So, Sharlina, quickly to answer your question, if you know what is urgent and you know what is important, you will understand how to prioritize. Now, I'm going to ask you one final question, Sharlina. Why do you want to go to a higher level of time management? Why?
Because I feel every day I don't have enough time. I spend so much time waiting for answers.
Why is having more time every day to you important?
Because time does not.
What about it?
Time, when it's gone, it's gone.
So what happens if time is gone to you? How does it matter?
It feels wastage for me. I'm not
so
productive.
Why is being productive very important to you?
That means I have a purpose. Whatever purpose I exist, and I create an impact.
And why is that purpose important?
Otherwise, I'm just wasting my life.
And why is not wasting your life something you don't want to do?
It's meaningless.
You don't have an answer. So the point I'm making here is, and the point I'm making here, Sharlina, all of you have heard our interaction, okay, is when that why is super clear to you, you will stop wasting time. Right now, the why is a bit wishy-washy. That means that why is spot on. I got my why. I know why it's critical. I know why I can't waste time. I know why I wake up in the morning. I know why I have to attend this. When that why answer is not, let me see, let me think about it. When you're like spot on knowing what that why is, believe me, it will become a priority and you will not be wasting time.
You can also time box your relaxation and playtime.
Yes, yes. Did I make sense there, Sharlina?
Yep. Thank you. Thank you.
That why has to be very clear. Why is it important has to be clear. Anyone else? Maybe
time box play and
yes. My partner sitting next to me at the co-pilot control says, please also let people know that the time boxing is also for relaxation and rest time. It's not burnout. All right. So don't have time boxing, only work. And, deadline. You'll probably, find you very difficult to stay alive then. That's why probably it's called a deadline. But anyway, so time box also your relaxation time, which means 5 minutes here, or every 90 minutes, take a 5 to 10 minute break and be hydrated, which means drink some water. Sharlina, hydrated doesn't mean German beer, huh?
Luckily, I'm allergic to alcohol.
Very good. So hydrated is have some water every 90 minutes or so.
Eric has a question.
Yes, Eric Kyla, my brother. What do you have, sir?
Yeah, I have a question on the interpretation lock.
Interruption lock.
Interruption lock, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, interruption lock.
Log, L-O-G, yeah.
Good. The question is, you have answered the who, the when, the what, but I did not hear the answer of how long. What do we put in that space of how long?
Okay, I will take you as an example, Eric. Okay, typically in your working day, typically Monday to say Friday, what kind of interruptions happen to you, Eric? Think of 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. What kind of interruptions?
Social media.
Okay, I noticed one trend here. Everybody is talking about social media, phone, WhatsApp, chats. What about colleagues? What about friends who drop in uninvited? How about your manager? Phone calls. No one is saying all that.
Now it's all on social media, WhatsApp.
Everything is social media only? I mean, when I was working, I had friends drop by. Like I would be working on my computer at work. I'm talking about when I was in the mainstream industry in a company, right? And suddenly a colleague will say, "Hey, Jai, what's up, man?" Hey, and he come and sits down next to me. And I look at this person, and the technique I use is I'll say, "Hey, hi, Adi. Hey, how are you, man? But how can I help you?" And this "how can I help you" question always is super powerful, because a person would say, "Oh, no help. I just came to chat with you." I said, "In that case, this has to go out in half an hour. I'll chat with you in half an hour later on. I'll call you." Anyway, back to your question. So your question is, you don't know how long is it?
Yeah. No, how long? How does it fit in?
How does it fit in? Is how long does these social media interruptions take you, Eric, in a working day?
Oh,
half an hour?
Okay. Is where the person comes in of the 180 minutes and
yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Now it
And
makes
then
sense.
and then after that, was this of high importance? Was it of medium importance, low importance, or can avoid? CAs can avoid. When it can avoid, slowly start to avoid it. Delegate it to somebody else. If it's some email, someone else can take care. Have an assistant who does it. Train a secretary to do it, or delegate separate time for it. Reschedule it.
Yeah, you can time box the social media.
So reschedule your social media for a different time.
Yeah.
Any other question? I think I have time only. I'm not sure, Shalina. Probably one final question.
Yeah, Alicia. Yeah,
Yes,
hi.
one final
Hi, Alicia. Yes, Alicia.
I have to agree with the people calling you on the phone. I hate speaking on the phone with a passion. And one of my friends calls me all the time. And it's not just a 10-15 minute conversation. It goes for 3 to 4 hours most nights. So
Sure.
I've had to say recently, I can't talk to you. Not because I hate her, because I'm just sick of the conversations with her. And social media, what do you do if you're a doom scroller? Hey, 2 o'clock in the morning is nothing better than doom scrolling at 2 o'clock in the morning, right?
Yep. I would say if you have higher priority tasks to be completed with a deadline, Alicia, meaning anything that has a time boundary, which means you have to do this by 8 a.m. today. This has to go out to somebody by 10. Shut down your notifications on social media, let it wait, and finish the job, in time boxing it, and go back to your social media later. As for your friend, what you did was the right thing, Alicia. I mean, you have to be assertive. You got to tell them, look, I'm on a very urgent job right now. Can we talk a little later? I've noted what you're sharing with me, and I'll call you back when I'm done. I would usually say, I'll call you back when I'm done or when I'm free. How do you deal with the social media in the morning? We'll shut it off if you have something higher importance. You got to be disciplined. Alicia, it's not easy because it becomes an addiction. Am I right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think you're all addicted.
Absolutely, you said, yeah. So anything that's an addiction cannot be done. It cannot be given up easy. You got to taper off. I think some doctors, she's here, she knows. You got to taper it off. That means reduce the social media timing, reduce it further, and finally switch it off totally. All right. And then do your work, get back to social media later. I think we don't have any more time. Yeah. I got to thank you all for your participation. It was brilliantly, I guess, interactive. I love the energy in the room.
Miranda uses the Calendly for people who want to talk to her, like for coaches.
Yeah.
So she asked to use that example.
All right. Yeah, that's a great example. Thank you, Miranda, for that. Calendly is what Miranda shared. Use that, she's saying, for people who want to talk to you.
Yeah. Okay. They have to.
Yep. Done and dusted. Say hi to Taj, Alicia.
Okay. So thank you very much, Jay. Thank you very much, Jay, for that wonderful workshop. We give a big hand, please. We will have some more questions later on, I'm sure, when we have a discussion. So I'd like to ask that we take our 5-minute break right now, and we'll come back to DTM Erikaila for the table topics after that. 5 minutes. Please be back in 5 minutes. Thank you.
Alicia?
Yes.
A lot of the coaches use Calendly quite well.
I use it. I use it, but she still doesn't book it. So maybe I should just say,
you know, sometimes you have to say, okay, I can give you 5 minutes because I've got some work.
Yeah, I mean, I would just say that. And there's another new app. You might have to source it from some point. I don't know, somewhere, Alicia. It's called SMART. Actually, it's called SMART. And it stands for Social Media Addiction Reduction Technology. I'll repeat that. Social Media Addiction Reduction.
There's nothing better than doom scrolling. There's nothing better than doom scrolling at 2 o'clock in the morning when you're addicted to social media.